were pregnant. Would you have married him? Were you not pregnant?
I don't think I'll ever know that. I wasn't happy that I had to make a decision to marry someone while I was pregnant. I know that we didn't know each other at the time as well as a couple should know each other before they get married. And I did a lot of praying about it.
In spite of her doubts, Mary had 4 children with Stephen Letourneau and settled down in this small house in a quiet suburb of Seattle. She says that over the years she had problems in her marriage, but teaching was a bright spot in her life.
When I was in the classroom, I absolutely knew that I was in the right place. I don't know how many people can walk into their work every day and say, I am in the right place. And I could say that every day.
You had 4 children under the age of 11, and you were teaching. Did you feel overwhelmed?
A lot of pressure, yes. I had that feeling if I missed one light, everything in my life might just crumble.
And it was during this troubling period of her life in the fall of 1991 that Mary met and got to know Willie Falau, first as a 7-year-old in her 2nd grade class, and then 5 years later when he entered the 6th grade. Willie was just a year and a half older than Mary's oldest son. Mary was about to turn 34.
Then Willie was in your class when he was in the 6th grade. He was 12. What did you see in him?
I came in late by at least a week, and we had already bonded as a class. He was a little bit older than the other students. I just noticed that perhaps he's not going to fit in, and there was just a huge disruption. And I remember thinking, here comes trouble.
Did you then try to help Billy? Did you give him special attention?
It wasn't special in the sense that everybody else didn't get special attention.
Yeah.
Every student, I would try to bring out their gift or their passions. And I do remember that he had a unique gift in art.
As the year passed, Mary spent more and more time with Willie, helping him to develop his gift for drawing. Then there was an incident at the end of the school year that would change everything.
When did you first feel any kind of attraction to Willie?
Well, there was an emotional attraction late in the year, toward the end actually, and that was, we just had bonded. We have similar interests, and I also knew that he had girl interests, and I did suspect, well, I knew definitely it was extending in my direction, and I just really ignored it. I just
He
thought
would
that
say
was
things to you? Like
Mhm.
what?
Well, one time he just came straight out and said, "Would you ever have an affair?"
This
And
13-year-old boy says to his teacher, would you ever have an affair?
he wasn't even 13 yet.
Okay, this 12-year-old boy says to you, Mrs. Letourneau, would you ever have an affair?
I thought to myself, do not look him in the eyes, stay very busy, and it was very uncomfortable for me.
And then?
He knew that I was avoiding all of his comments and insinuations, and he was very assertive and wanted a response. And when I looked him in the eyes, it really took me back.
Because you felt something.
I did. And basically he said that he was in love with me.
Mary, what did you say?
I said, can you hold that for a long, long time? I knew at the time I was separated from my husband.
You were separated from your husband by then?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not what we had heard.
Oh,
Were you
I was-
living in the same house?
We were living in the same house.
But you were
we-
separated.
We were separated. We were not in the same room, but very much still knowing financially we had to take care of our children and stay in the house.
So Billy had been one more student in your class, coming on to you more and more. You're trying to resist it. And then one day he says, in effect, teacher, I love you. And you said, can you hold that? Can you wait? And then what happened?
I didn't want to disrespect his feelings for me. And I can't honestly say that I was, well, maybe I can. I look back, maybe I was in love with him. I was going to say that
But you felt attraction then.
I felt a very deep love for him.
When 2020 returns,
One day he kisses you on the lips, right?
It didn't stop with a kiss. And I thought that it would, and it didn't.
Did you feel disgusted with yourself?
next.
Over the last 6 months, we've experienced strong national.
I need a mint.
Really hard to find Marc Jacobs bag. $325 bid on eBay.
Wintergreen. Coffee goes right through you.
$350 on eBay.
Forgot my lucky pen. Forgot my stapler. Forgot my hole punch.
$375 on eBay. Taking a victory lap around your cubicle?
Found it.
Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Preferred card on eBay.
Only Oust air sanitizer kills odor-causing bacteria in the air.
I thought Lysol was an air sanitizer.
Lysol is not for removing odors in the air.
It's true. Lysol works on surfaces, but it's not meant for the air. Only Oust air sanitizer kills odor-causing bacteria in the air.
It eliminates odors. Oust gets rid of the odors, doesn't mask the odors. I just feel like it's clean. It's nice. It takes the smell away.
Get odor-causing bacteria out with Oust air sanitizer. S.C. Johnson, a family company.
Oust works.
I don't like bathroom odors of any sort.
That's why Oust bathroom air sanitizer is made just for bathrooms.
One finger, 2 times.
Kills odor-causing bacteria in the air quick and easy.
It's a no-brainer. This is awesome.
Oust bathroom air sanitizer.
Heinrich, ja. I'll be right there.
They've left little room for compromise.
Headlights that turn on curves. Impressive.
The new RX from Lexus,
They're waiting for you.
continuing to put the world on notice.
It's cold. My sinus is aching.
Aisle 5.
Allergies. Sinus is stuffed up.
Aisle 5.
Now tell them where you feel the pressure.
Here. Aisle 5.
For even your worst sinus symptoms, get prescription strength relief from Sudafed.
This congestion.
Sudafed, aisle 5.
Dull. Boring. Out with the old, in with the New Orleans. Zatarans, red beans and rice. Just add sausage for a taste that's as big as Mardi Gras. Jazz it up with Zatarans.
ABC has the shows America's been waiting for. First, the 2-hour season premiere of Extreme Makeover Home Edition, featuring a widowed father, his 8 kids, and the home of their dreams. Followed by a one-time only sneak preview of the original international phenomenon, Wife Swap raises the bar for reality TV.
I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too.
The most anticipated night of the season arrives Sunday, starting at 8/7 Central, only on ABC.
Last Wednesday, over 25 million people got lost.
I've just been through a trauma here, okay?
We've all been through a trauma.
And what they found was the best new drama on TV.
Come on, bring it! Guys, where are we? If you see anything, run.
Lost is a knockout.
He's coming.
It's coming towards us, I think.
The #1 best new show. And all new Lost. Wednesday, 8/7 Central, only on ABC. 2020 continues with a Barbara Walters exclusive.
Mary Kay Letourneau, a 34-year-old teacher, was now entering a new and dangerous phase in her relationship with her 6th grade student, Billy Falau. It was the spring of 1996, and Mary would soon make a decision that would lead to a disastrous scandal that would rock her community and put her behind bars. So far, she and Billy had only shared what she called an emotional bond.
When did it go from that to a relationship?
He had asked me about my grandmother. She was 100 years old. And I started to tell him about how she's playing the piano still. And he cut me off and he said, "How old do you think you're going to be when you die?" And I said, "Oh, well, I'll probably be 100, like my grandmother." And he said, "Well, then I'm going to be 80 when I die because I'm not living another day on this earth without you." And that might sound simple to say, but he didn't say it in a simple way to me. And I started to realize that he's very serious about his feelings, and this is not a crush that he's dealing with.
Why not? Kids get crushes on their teachers.
Well, and I had seen that before, and this was different.
You were 34, he was 13. Did you try to resist this? Did you know that this was something that was wrong, or that society would see as wrong?
I definitely knew that it was bizarre. And I was absolutely sure that there was nothing that he could do to persuade me to have an intimate relationship. I was going to be single, and I was going to have to get my life together to take care of my 4 children. And there was no place in that for a relationship, no matter what the age was of this person.
But you did get into a relationship.
I did.
How? What happened? What was that step?
There was a kiss, and I thought, that's okay, but it's not going to go any further. And you might be wondering that's okay part of that.
But I'm trying very hard to find out what happened next. One day he kisses you on the lips, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it goes from that to this very intimate sexual relationship. What was the incident that turned it into that?
The incident was a late night that it didn't stop with a kiss. And I thought that it would, and it didn't.
Did you feel guilty?
I didn't feel any different than I had felt years earlier before I was married in a couple situations with a few guys where I thought, how did it get to this?
Did you feel disgusted with yourself?
Well, for one, I loved him very much. And I kind of thought, why can't it ever just be a kiss?
Was it very passionate?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Help me, Mary. Tell me what it is that people should understand.
Of course, everybody knows that I had some years away.
Talking about when you were in prison.
Right.
Yes.
I had time to think, and I just want people to know it's okay when they're having a difficult time in their life. It's okay to ask for help. And yeah, I think that I think our family was struggling, and you always think you can do it. You know, you can pull it together, and
This was when you were with Billy. You felt you needed help.
I think Steve and I, we were struggling,
and so you needed help emotionally, and without that help, what? It drew you closer and closer to Billy? Is that what you're telling us?
I think so. I just know there were some very real life issues within my family, Steve and the children. My father was
very ill then.
Yeah, and I will say that I didn't know that getting into a relationship a sexually intimate relationship, I didn't know that was a felony or a crime. I knew it wasn't right. But Billy and I loved each other and still do. But I believe very strongly there was a much healthier way to work through everything that was going on at the time. And it didn't happen that way. We didn't ask for help. And, you know, there's a lot of hurt right now.
When 2020 returns.
Mary, you were told to stay away from Billy. Why didn't you?
Next.
It's here, the hit show Extreme Makeover Home Edition 2-hour premiere, ABC Sunday.
When we came up with Kia Fest, we knew people would get excited about these deals. But not like this.
New car smell! That's a new car smell!
Oh, Jackie, she couldn't handle all the cash back.
This is insane.
Right now, during Kia's model year-end clearance, you can get the best deals of the year on the Sorrento. It's Kia Fest, baby. Hurry down to your Kia retailer today.
Wouldn't it be great if you could pay off all those high-interest credit cards and get extra cash for you? Call AmeriQuest now. We help homeowners do just that by refinancing their mortgage. You'll get your own personal loan specialist who knows you're more than your credit score. Call 1-800-AmeriQuest now or go to AmeriQuest.com. AmeriQuest, the company that knows you are more.
Ready to make the move to Levitra for a strong, lasting experience? Ask your doctor if Levitra's right for you. Levitra is what many men with ED count on to improve their erectile quality. Strong and lasting when he wants it. It's what Levitra's all about.
Levitra is only for men healthy enough for sexual activity. Do not take Levitra if you take nitrates for chest pains or alpha blockers for prostate problems or high blood pressure, as this may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Side effects may include headache, flushing, and stuffy or runny nose. In the rare case an erection lasts for more than 4 hours, seek immediate medical attention.
Strong, lasting. Experience Levitra for yourself. If you're on another ED treatment, maybe it's time to try Levitra. Ask your doctor about a free sample.
Hey, Angie, you going to the post office? Hey, Ted, you going to the post office? Do I know you? Anyone go to the post office? Jeff, Ronnie, Connie. Isn't anyone going to the post office?
Hey, Chuck. Can't go to the post office? Go to USPS.com. Print the shipping label.
What about postage?
You can pay for postage, too, then hand the package to B.
The U.S. Postal Service is working for you.
Hey, Steve! Lunch?
Can you hear me now? Good.
Only Verizon Wireless covers the most people.
Good.
In the most places.
Good.
From country roads to city streets.
Good.
It's America's one and only most reliable wireless network.
Good.
But still we test.
Good.
Retest.
Good.
And test some more.
Good.
So you get great coverage.
Can you hear me now?
And fewer dropped calls.
Good.
Verizon Wireless. We never stop working for you.
Good.
What's the hot new thing in activewear? The Ultra Strength Bengay Pain Relieving Patch. Everyone's wearing it to get powerful deep heating relief. and it lasts up to 8 hours. Try the new Ultra Strength Bengay Pain Relieving Patch. It's what's hot in pain relief.
The original international phenomenon has arrived.
Nice to meet you.
Wife Swap raises the bar for reality TV. A hit.
This is my new wife.
Don't miss the must-see series of the season.
I don't want to deal with you right now.
She is not my mother. She is not going to ground me.
The best new reality show.
The rules are not to be broken.
First, catch a special sneak preview this Sunday at 10/9 Central.
Maybe they're not so bad after all.
Then, Wife Swap premieres on its regular night, Wednesday at 10/9 Central, only on ABC.
This kind of cop has made lots of enemies.
Goes around, comes around. Taste some karma.
Now, it's payback time.
Somebody's coming after me.
NYPD Blue, the final season, Tuesday, 10/9 Central, only on ABC. Viewer discretion advised.
2020 continues with Barbara Walters.
The summer of 1996 was the fatal turning point in the tragic relationship between the 34-year-old Mary Kay Letourneau, a Seattle schoolteacher, and her 13-year-old student, Billy Falau. They had begun an illicit sexual affair that was spiraling out of control. Mary was sleeping with Billy at all hours of the day, hiding their relationship from both the community and their families. It would soon all come crashing down around them.
Did you, at the time, think about the consequences?
Absolutely. I expected at the end of summer that he was going to continue in school and that a few years down the line,
maybe then you'd be together?
Yeah. And that would give me time to pull my family together with my children and finish the divorce. And
I don't want to put you through this, but Billy has said that you made love in every room in your house, that you made love in the school. It sounds like the most intense physical passion.
I can't see how it wouldn't be that type of intensity with anyone that is truly in love.
Billy gave you a ring, and you took it, and you've been wearing it all these years?
It was a symbol of our love.
Mary, you didn't use any birth control. Were you not afraid of getting pregnant?
I was. I thought that I was watching my cycle very carefully.
When you got pregnant, did you consider an abortion?
No.
Secretly carrying his child, Mary still hoped her relationship with Billy would not be discovered. But shortly after the new year, in early 1997, her husband's worst suspicions were confirmed when he found a love letter Mary had written. Stephen angrily confronted the 13-year-old, and Billy quickly admitted he was sleeping with Mary. A relative of Stephen's eventually contacted the authorities. Mary was pulled out of a faculty meeting at school and arrested by the Seattle police. There was a media frenzy as the story broke, the scandal making headlines all over the country.
You were arrested. Mary, how did you feel?
By that time, I knew that I could be held responsible, and I was believing and hoping that I could get through another month of school and put in for my maternity leave and retire. I thought if they did an investigation, they would see what happened, and I'm sure that I would have, a penalty of some sort. I was imagining there's probably some community service hours for situations like this, and I actually didn't think that I needed an attorney even.
But Mary did need an attorney. She was charged with raping a child, a felony that carried a 7.5-year prison sentence in the state of Washington. Mary was advised to accept a settlement with reduced prison time, and she pleaded guilty. At her sentencing hearing, she apologized to the court in an emotional plea for leniency.
I did something that I had no right to do, morally or legally. It was wrong, and I am sorry. Please, please help me. Help us all.
Mary was sentenced to serve 6 months in jail. The rest of the 7.5 years suspended, as long as she agreed to attend psychiatric counseling and stay away from Billy, who had just become the father of her 5th child, a baby girl.
Mary, you were told when you got out to stay away from Billy. Why didn't you?
I was told by the counselor that was in charge in a little booth at the jail with a piece of glass between us that I would not have any contact with my children.
When you got out?
From the time I got out, for a minimum of 6 months, no contact with my children. Not a birthday card, not a present, not a phone call, no contact.
You had not been told that before?
Oh, no. And at that very moment, I decided that I will go to prison so that I can pick up the phone and say, I love you to my children. There was no deterrent for me not to see Billy Falau. He was the father of my newborn. We loved each other, and the worst that could happen was that I would go to prison, which I was going to anyway.
You didn't mind serving 7 more years?
I didn't believe it was going to be that long. I thought maybe a year.
I don't think people know this. This is the first time I've heard this. I mean, they think you were told, stay away from Billy, and you said, I can't, and you went back into the relationship and jeopardized things.
Well, that's the way it was presented by the prosecution to the court. And I haven't had an opportunity to ever tell anyone.
Thinking she could fight her case from prison, Mary figured she had nothing to lose, and as soon as she was released from jail, she resumed her relationship with Billy. A month later, they were caught by the police at 3 o'clock in the morning, parked in her car on a quiet street corner, just 1 block from her home. Mary was arrested a second time and ordered by the court to serve out the rest of her sentence.
The original sentence that I imposed not long ago of 89 months is imposed.
But there was another bombshell. Mary was pregnant again with Billy's 2nd child, another girl. Her life had now hit rock bottom. She was being led away in handcuffs, ridiculed by the tabloids. Her new baby would be born in prison, and her husband would soon file for divorce and move their 4 children to Alaska.
When you were in prison, your children were now growing up without a mother. How did you feel about that?
Well, prison is not a safe place to touch emotions. There's not a lot of support there for that. And something as deep as the pain that my children went through, I'm afraid to touch that pain. They still go to sleep at night, and their mother's not there.
How did you get through it?
Well, I lived through it by not touching the pain.
When 2020 returns,
You've been called a child molester and a pedophile. You've suffered, your children have suffered, your whole family has suffered. Mary, was it worth it?
next.
odors and leave even sports stuff fresh air clean with Febreze every day. Febreze, it's that fresh.
Oh, you must be having a boy. What do you do, huh?
I'm not pregnant.
You're not?
No. Why?
Thank you?
Me?
Yes, thank you.
Girl, come on.
Amazing what a simple thank you can do. Introducing Thank You from Citi, a new kind of rewards program. Easy to earn, easy to redeem. That's a card you can count on.
Fall allergy season's the worst. But now, I'm Claritin Clear.
For the worst, get the most. Claritin D relieves congestion and sinus pressure without drowsiness. That's Claritin Clear.
There's clear, then there's Claritin Clear.
The whole neighborhood is talking, and the rumors are true.
You want to do it on the table this time?
I can walk down the street and hold my head high. Get out of the pool!
Can't believe you tried to kill me.
Yes, well, I feel badly about that. Do you think you could stop by later tonight and take a look at my pipes?
Desperate Housewives premieres Sunday, October 3rd at 9, 8 Central, only on ABC.
This is 2020. This is 2020. This is 2020.
A little more stuff.
This is 2020.
Better.
Hi, guys. Listen, that was very good, but want to try it this way? Good evening. This is 2020. Got it?
Got it. You'll be great.
Next Friday, Elizabeth Vargas, John Stossel, the new 2020.
John and Elizabeth. I like how that sounds.
Mother Nature gave us her worst, but Florida is bouncing back, and Dodge is pitching in a big way. From now until the end of the month, when you buy a new Dodge car, truck, or minivan, we'll let you go payment-free for 6 full months. Plus, get 0% financing and up to $2,500 in bonus cash for total combined savings of up to $8,400 on Ram 1500s. Plus, get Dodge's 770 powertrain limited warranty. See your Dodge dealer by September 30th to take advantage of 6 months deferred payments.
Now, when you buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas from Domino's, you get them for just $5 each. That means Pepperoni Guy, Mushroom Guy, and Sausage Guy can each get their own pizza for just $5. Hey, who invited I'll pay you tomorrow guy?
Big news from Domino's. It's the 555 deal. Call now and buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas and pay just $5 each. Get the door. It's the 555 deal from Domino's.
Capital Cellular, your Nextel authorized representative, invites you to visit one of our 3 convenient locations. Look for us in Tallahassee in the Esposito's Garden Center, in Crawfordville across from Judy's Sidewalk Cafe, and in Mariana next to the Bay Medical Walk-In Center. If you can't find the time to visit us, call us at 531-9955 and we'll come see you. Capital Cellular, your Nextel authorized representative, offers a wide variety of Nextel phones and plans. Call or visit us today.
Coming up on ABC News Channel 27 at 11.
The EOC monitors hurricanes. We'll take a closer look inside.
ABC News Channel 27 at 11. On your side. The Florida State Seminoles battle the Clemson Tigers. Preston Scott breaks down the action. See the keys to the game. Watch the Seminole Showdown postgame report Saturday at 7 on ABC News Channel 27 on your side.
FSU unveils a new statue. More at 11.
Clear the way. Clear the way.
2020 continues with Barbara Walters.
Mary Kay Letourneau spent 7 years in prison doing time for her love affair with 13-year-old Billy Falau. She worked in the kitchen, taught other inmates, helped in the law library, and sang in the prison choir. She was also able to have visits from her 4 older children and her 2 baby girls by Billy, who are now being raised by his mother. But she was not allowed to have any contact with Billy. Finally, on August 4th, Mary completed her sentence and was released from prison. Billy is now 21 and legally an adult, and the courts granted his request to see Mary.
You've only been out of prison about a month. How long after you got out of prison were you in contact with Billy?
Oh,
a day?
Not too many hours after the no contact order was lifted.
Did he call you or did you call him?
I waited for him to call me.
Have you been intimate with Billy?
Well, what we most like about this part of our life right now is that it's nobody's business.
I accept that. Mary, what does he give you?
When you share the same perspective on life with someone and intellectually you have that closeness, emotionally you have it, I can't imagine traveling and seeing something without him, learning together, being with him, supporting him for what he would like to do in this life.
You are now how old?
I'm 42.
Billy is 21.
Mm-hmm.
Does this age difference bother you at all?
I'm sure we both wish that we were closer in age so that we would, with more certainty, know that we would have the longest time possible together with each other.
And then we asked Mary the #1 question.
Do you plan to marry Billy?
We've always planned that, and it hasn't changed.
When are you going to get married?
Oh, that has not been decided.
Would you like to have more children with Billy?
Well, I'm healthy enough.
I have to ask you this, Mary, because I don't want to read about it in another tabloid. Are you pregnant now?
Oh, no.
Your 2 little girls are being raised by Billy's mother. Will you try to get custody of these children?
I would never do anything without considering what is best for our children. I have so much respect for Billy's mother for taking the children and raising them. I know the love that our children have for her. And as a family, we need to come together and do what's best for our little girls. What's realistic is a shared custody.
Your older children have visited you in prison. Are you hoping that you can have a close relationship, that you can rebuild that part of your life?
I have a very close relationship with my 4 children from my marriage. Very, very close. We've always been in a process, a healing process, and this is a new part of that healing process. And however I can be in their life, I am there, and I will always be there.
What is it like for you?
So for now, Mary Kay Letourneau's future is in limbo. She hopes to launch a new career, possibly in legal research. Mary wants to help Billy become a professional artist, and she wants the world to understand the scandal that has changed her life forever.
You know, Mary, I sit here and I look at you. And then I know that you had to register as a sex offender, that photographs of you have been sent to thousands of homes describing you as a risk to the community. You've been called a child molester, a pedophile.
I've been called those things by people that don't know me, don't know the situation. And I don't blame them for the little bits that they heard, how it was represented. It was a misrepresentation.
Are you a risk to the community?
Anyone that knows me even a little bit would say absolutely not. No, it's just, there's no concern at all.
You suffered, your children have suffered, your whole family has suffered. Did you realize that any of this would happen?
Not even a little bit.
Mary, was it worth it?
I remember as the elevator closed, right after I was sentenced to serve out the 7.5 years, there was a reporter as the elevator was closing. She said, Mary, was it worth it? And the doors closed on it. And here's the question again.
Can you answer it?
I don't look at life that way. I do my best. So if you asked me that question, did you do your best through every situation? I can say I did my best. I did. I did do my best.
Wow. So, is she now living with Billy?
No, she's living in Seattle, as we said, but she's staying with friends while she sorts out her life and her job situation. As for Billy Falau, he is 21 and unemployed.
And you got to meet him? What are they like together?
Well, I did meet him because Mary wanted me to. They still seem to me to have something of a teacher-student relationship. She held his hand and tried to encourage him to put his best foot forward.
Teacher and student forever?
Well, I don't know, but they do intend to go forward together.
We'll be right back.
When 2020 returns, it's a first. Meet the new first couple of 2020 as Barbara Walters reaches the end of 25 years on 2020. Next.
What are you doing?
I am online, about to acquire the crystal leaf, which will open the
I
gate.
thought you said you were going to the post office for me.
It's done.
Excuse me?
I went to USPS.com, paid for postage online, printed myself a label.
So now you're going to the post office.
Sort of.
Hi, Ted.
Hey, Earl. Here you go.
Have a good one.
What are you doing?
I think I got the crystal leaf.
Just one more way the U.S. Postal Service is working for you.
I was working on my second slice when I saw a damsel in distress. Either she'd seen a ghost, or it was heartburn. She needed something fast. So I offered her a Pepsid Complete. She bit. Only Pepsid Complete has 2 active ingredients. The first starts to neutralize acid on contact. The second keeps heartburn from coming back, all day or all night. I shared my Pepsid, and she shared her cannoli. Pepsid Complete. Just one and heartburn's done.
Your old toilet brush is so full of germs, it's becoming a nightmare. Reach for the flushable brush from Scrubbing Bubbles. The Scrubbing Bubbles cleaner activates when wet, then just flush the pad away. Get the flushable brush from Scrubbing Bubbles and flush the mess away.
Saturday, as Florida braces for Hurricane Jean, Good Morning America's there live with breaking reports. Plus, the best credit cards in the world, low interest rates, high perks, and inside tips that could save you thousands. Only on Good Morning America's new weekend edition, Saturday. And Wednesday, a Good Morning America network exclusive, John Kerry one-on-one with Diane Sawyer. The only network interview before the crucial first presidential debate. Diane Sawyer, John Kerry. It's not politics as usual. Wednesday, it's only on Good Morning America.
Oscar winners Tom Hanks and Helen Hunt. Castaway, Saturday on ABC.
Marshall Falk has just been chosen by the camping club.
There has to be a bunch of happy campers in St. Louis with this pick. Falk's got a rare ability to lead, which you definitely need out there in the woods.
That way. Get involved. It's what matters.
It's back by popular demand, the September Savings Celebration at your Lincoln Mercury dealer, with clearance savings on every 2004 Lincoln and Mercury in stock, including Lincoln Navigator with all these power features, Lincoln Aviator with its best-in-class standard V8, and Mercury Mountaineer with its versatile interior. Get 0% APR for 60 months or up to $5,500 cash back. But it's your last chance to get clearance savings. Get to your Lincoln Mercury dealer before time runs out.
Now, when you buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas from Domino's, you get them for just $5 each. That means Pepperoni Guy, Mushroom Guy, and Sausage Guy can each get their own pizza for just $5. Hey, who invited I'll pay you tomorrow guy?
Big news from Domino's. It's the 555 deal. Call now and buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas and pay just $5 each. Get the door. It's the 555 deal from Domino's.
There has never been a better time to save on a new Toyota than right now. Legacy Toyota, Tallahassee's volume dealer. We must sell 200 new vehicles to make room for incoming 2005. The time to save is now. Double the rebate savings on every new Toyota. $1,000 rebate becomes $2,000 in savings. $2,000 rebate becomes $4,000 in savings. Plus 3 tires for life on every new Toyota sold.
Hi, I'm Preston Scott. Double your rebates and save thousands at Tallahassee's volume dealer, Legacy Toyota. Spend less, get more.
Next Friday marks a new beginning on 2020. There will be a new but familiar face co-anchoring with John, Elizabeth Vargas. And she has been our colleague here at ABC News for years. She's won many awards for her exceptional work. John, why don't you brag a bit about your new partner?
Okay, I will. Elizabeth Vargas' reputation precedes her. You've probably seen her covering some of the biggest stories of our day and filling in for Peter Jennings as anchor of World News Tonight. A few months ago, when former President Reagan died, it was she who first told the world.
Breaking news, we have been notified Ronald Reagan, the 40th President of the United States, has died this afternoon in his home in the Bel Air suburb of Los Angeles.
And she's done much more than anchoring. As an interviewer, she asks tough questions.
You were unable to control this large dog. The victim is dead. Why aren't you at all responsible?
She asks the questions you want asked.
Do you think NBA players do have any responsibility to be a role model? Why not, the minute a player is convicted of some sort of violent crime?
Because that's too harsh. She has reported from all across the world, stories that are dramatic and eye-opening. You know the best-selling novel, The Da Vinci Code. Well, Elizabeth's provocative special, Jesus, Mary, and Da Vinci, picked up where the book left off, and millions watched.
What we found is that some of the claims the book makes are simply not credible, but there are some surprising truths.
She also does emotional and personal stories that have a lasting impact on people's lives, like her groundbreaking report on autism. It changed the future for this family and could end up helping thousands of children with autism.
What is your best hope?
Full recovery.
Well, really?
Full recovery.
Do you think that's possible?
What's that, kids? Elizabeth Vargas has her own unique style.
The New York Times described your life during that time period as a train wreck.
It was worse than a train wreck. It actually was like an 18-wheeler going full force, and I was thrown out of it, and the 18-wheeler kept going.
And you can see it in her one-of-a-kind celebrity interview.
You weren't really a bad boy?
Why?
What's the best thing about being Tom Jones?
That's the best thing, being Tom Jones.
Welcome, Elizabeth.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
But you know, I'm just looking, the three of us look very good together. Maybe I'll stay.
It's a deal.
Now, starting next Friday, I leave 2020 in great hands with John Stossel and Elizabeth Vargas. As I said, Elizabeth, this is a bittersweet moment for me, but I'm happy to be turning over the chair to you. I think you two are going to be a wonderful team for 2020, because you're both just terrific.
Thank you, Barbara. It means a lot to have your support. You leave enormous shoes to fill, and it is daunting to even contemplate doing that. But thank you in advance for all your support you've given me in the last couple of months and years and weeks. And I'll be looking to you for more advice as we go into the new season.
And you two are kicking off the new season with a great program next Friday, so we're going to give you a little preview.
He is a devout Muslim who calls himself a man of peace. Yusuf Islam, formerly the 70s rock star Cat Stevens. This week, U.S. authorities refused to let him enter this country. Why was he pulled off a plane headed for Washington?
Is he dangerous? Does he have ties to terrorism? I'll have the first and exclusive interview with Cat Stevens next Friday on 2020.
And remember, I'll be watching next week from home.
Thank you.
I hope so. And when we come back, Barbara's final thoughts and our last good night. Stay with us.
Coming up on ABC News Channel 27 at 11.
The EOC monitors hurricanes. We'll take a closer look inside.
ABC News Channel 27 at 11. On your side.
Living with genital herpes can be a hassle. Each outbreak felt like it took days out of my life. So I talked to my doctor and found out about Valtrex. Just one pill a day helps reduce the number of outbreaks. In fact, I've been outbreak-free for almost a year.
It's a brand new day. In a one-year clinical study among people with genital herpes who took Valtrex, at 6 months, over half were outbreak-free. After 1 year, a third were outbreak-free.
I don't want to lose my days. I want to spend them how I want to.
It's a brand new day. There is no cure for herpes. Even with treatment, it may be possible to spread herpes. Valtrex may not prevent all recurrences. To avoid a potentially serious complication, tell your doctor if your immune system is not normal because of bone marrow or kidney transplant or advanced HIV disease. Common side effects are headache, nausea, and abdominal pain.
Ask your doctor if daily Valtrex is right for you. My days are mine, and that's the way it should be.
It's a brand new day.
You just sent that email to the whole company.
What? What were you thinking?
That's funny. Nice one, Squid.
Kevin! Mr. Lee? Well, thank you.
Amazing what a simple thank you can do. Introducing Thank You from Citi, a new kind of rewards program. Easy to earn, easy to redeem. That's a card you can count on.
Great hairstyles. Amazing hair color. The work of an artist. Your stylist. Paul Mitchell, The Color. Created and used by the finest hairstylist in the world. You don't go to a drugstore or supermarket to get your hair cut. Why rely on a drugstore or supermarket for your hair color?
Treat yourself
Protect your hair.
and trust your stylist.
Only your salon guarantees the real Paul Mitchell.
Some final thoughts. This is not goodbye. It is a new chapter for Elizabeth and John. And for me, I've worked with John 21 years, such good years of sparring and laughing, and I will miss that. But I will probably have more specials than I can possibly do. I will still be on The View every week. And from time to time, I will be doing special reports on this, my beloved 2020. How do you thank people you've worked with for years and years and years, except to wish them continued success on this important program? How do I thank our executive producer, David Sloan, for his guidance and wisdom and humor and kindness? And how can I possibly thank George Paul, our director, who gets me on and off on time and even manages to make me look good? And some of the people who are there for me every day for years, like Martin Clancy and Katie Thompson and Jenny Grossman. My list is long enough for an entire hour. Especially I want to thank Hugh Downs, my partner here at 2020, for so many years. And most of all, how do I thank you, our viewers? So many of you loyal and faithful. Please continue to be. And now I am off on vacation with my daughter for a week with nothing but happy thoughts. John, let's close the program together for the final time.
Well, I'm happy for those happy thoughts, and we will all miss you, though I have to say, she has said she plans to take it easy and relax, and all I can say is, give me a break, because I know you will keep working harder than most people humanly do, and keep doing it, and will bring us some of those great interviews, which will appear here on 2020.
Well, here's the time now. Are you ready? Our closing.
That's our program for tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Stossel.
Thank you, John. And I'm Barbara Walters. And for all of us at 2020, good night.
ABC News, honored with 5 Emmy Awards for excellence in reporting. More than NBC, more than CBS. No wonder more Americans get their news right here. ABC News.
Cowboys, Redskins, Monday night, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific on ABC.